What's up, YouTube? Sergeant Blake is back for our Saturday news video. Now, I wanted to say sorry for no Friday video, but I felt that my Thursday TMG video really should get a few more views before I move on to something else. I really liked the way that I did it, and I thought that it was something that a lot of people should see, so I kind of wanted to get it out there, leave it out there for a little bit longer before I made a new video. Now, all that aside, God of War, we got some news. Sorry, I just skipped right into it. Let's just start out with the news. God of War 3 new scans. Now, PS3M, which I think is PSM3, one of those. It's a French magazine in France. It's not really an official magazine, so they kind of do things a little bit hinky sometimes. They were the ones who gave Uncharted 2 the 21 out of 20. But they gave God of War a 20 out of 20 as well. But they are, like I said, a French magazine. They have new pictures and stuff from God of War 3. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in just in the least bit of God of War. And I know that I am. So, really cool pictures. You won't understand anything because it's all in French unless you speak French. So that's that. I just wanted to get that out there. Also, Uncharted 2. In my opinion, it's probably one of the most celebrated games, either this generation or of all time. The AIAS, the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, gave it Game of the Year award, and their awards are like the big deal. They're not like game trailers or fucking Spike TV. They are the fucking, I don't know, Golden Globes, the Emmys, something like that. But it's really, really a big deal when you win Game of the Year from the AIAS, and Uncharted 2 won it. And they also took home 10 other awards, which is more than any other game in the AIAS history, which has been 13 years or so. So with that said, and it's also gotten Game of the Year awards in many other places, over 150 awards altogether, and Game of the Year from AIAS. I think that it's just awesome that Uncharted 2 was, one, not only appreciated by the fans, because it's sold 3.5 million copies already. It's only been like 4 or 5 months. It's appreciated by the fans. It's appreciated by the critics. It's very awesome to see that people are giving this game credit that it deserves, and that the developers are seeing rewards for it, both monetary and critical success. And I think that it's just wonderful. There's nothing else I can say. I'm glad that Uncharted is doing so well. I get on it still. Every now and then I'll jump on it. I've been stuck on Demon's Souls, but I think I'm going to get back on Uncharted soon, just because Demon's Souls is treating me like a bitch. But anyway, after that, we've got very interesting PSN title incoming. Now, the thing is called Blade Kitten, and although it does sound either one really cool or two really sick, it's very interesting looking at the very least, and I think that it's a 2D, 2.5D kind of one of those things, side-scrolling adventure game. Looks kind of interesting though, so it's definitely worth checking out if you like PSN titles. I know that I'm a big fan of just, jumping on. It feels like an arcade coin-op type thing whenever I get on my PSN titles, but whatever. So after that we've got, is the Xbox holding this gen back? Now, I don't say that to be fanboyish, and I'm not trying to point fingers here, but it's actually been in the news quite a bit. I've seen 3 different articles about how developers are having a lot of trouble capping off, like, big titles that they're doing. For example, we'll use Dead Space 2, right? Dead Space 2 is coming out later on this year, probably towards Christmas, and I'm pretty sure that they're working on it for both PlayStation and Xbox, and developers, maybe they have a lot of stuff that they want to put in it, but they can't because the Xbox DVD format stops at 9 gigabytes, and that's a big, huge difference between 9 and the 25 that you would get out of the PlayStation Blu-ray. I'm not trying to say that it's a bad thing, but it is kind of troublesome for these developers that are saying that the information that they want to put in the game, or the content, or all the things that they have for a game, it's really hard to shave down just to fit to 9 gigabytes, and a lot of games suffer from it. However, there's the alternative, and a lot of games are doing this now. BioWare just did it with Mass Effect 2, where if they can't get all the information they want in one disc, then they just release 2, and they have one for, installation, or blah, 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 and I think that's cool. I think it's a good... I've said it before that I think that if a game needs to be put out with more than one disc, even if it's on the fucking PlayStation, it should. Because if the game developers really have the passion and the desire to make a quality game, then they won't cut anything out. Nothing that doesn't need cutting out. They won't trim things down just to fit the size. They'll just go the extra mile and put in another disc. And I think that that's so much better than just, shaving it down to one game and being just not really appreciated, or not being the best it can be, so other people won't appreciate that. At least I know that I couldn't. So that's all I'm saying. I think that it's something that we should definitely look at in terms of next gen stuff. Not a big deal though. So moving on, E3 confirmations. Now there's been 2 confirmations. Saints Row 3, which I've never really been interested in. Never really liked Saints Row. It's just a blatant copycat of Grand Theft Auto, and I love Grand Theft Auto, so that's that. And Red Faction 4. Now I did play Red Faction Guerrilla. I thought it was really cool. I hope that they can make a better game. It did need improvements, but it was a really cool game for the time. But just like I'm saying, those are the 2 confirmations, along with some rumors. At least on the Sony side, we've got Infamous 2, which I'm looking super forward. I'm really looking forward to it if it turns out to be true. Resistance 3, which I'm almost sure will appear at E3, and Killzone 3, which I don't know if it's going to be there. We've heard some things about it getting started, but I really doubt that it's going to be out this year, maybe 2011, hopefully 2011. I don't want them rushing right into making the next game. Okay, so after the E3 confirmation, we got Project Natal sneak peek. If you're interested in any of the motion controller stuff or Project Natal specifically, definitely go out and check out this. Definitely check out this video, or not video, this sneak peek. I read about 2 lines and stopped. I'm not really interested in motion sensor things. Not on the Xbox, not on the PlayStation, not on the Wii. I don't like motion sensor anything. After that, we got the M1 Garand and Battlefield Bad Company 2. If you are interested in Battlefield Bad Company 2, this is worth checking out. It's basically just a, the M1 Garand is an old World War II weapon with horrible rate of fire and ammo capacity, but it's a deadly weapon. It's a killing machine. So it's unlockable if you go up and join this, I think it's called the Battlefield Bad Company 2 Veterans thing. I think it's for free. You just join, connect your accounts, and then when the game comes out, you'll be able to unlock your weapon. But I think that's alright. It's cool it's definitely worth checking out if you like Battlefield Bad Company. Now, next, Resident Evil 5 DLC review. This review is from Xbox Live IGN. And me, personally, I'm not one to speak ill of Resident Evil, but not ever. But today is a different day, and I think that this DLC was it's pretty horrendous. And I wanted to talk about it on Friday. I think I will next Friday. I'm just going to say it's really bad. It didn't deserve the 7.5 that they gave it. It was more like a 5, a 4-ish. It's like, really all you're buying that's worth it are the, what are they? The new things for the new Mercenaries thing, and that's really cool. But, moving on, Twisted Metal. Dave Jaffe was at the AIAS Awards. Of course, that's the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. I keep forgetting what it is. And he was presenting. And while he was presenting, there was a heckler in the crowd yelling, "Twisted Metal! Twisted Metal!" And he was like, "Soon. Fuck. 8 months. 9 months." Which pretty much says that in the next 8 to 9 months, we might be hearing about Dave Jaffe's new title that his company is working on. Now, I have 2 things to say about that. One, it's really interesting that Dave Jaffe would, just go ahead and say that out in such a big place because, well, mainly because he's been really hush-hush about his title lately, and it's kind of weird for him to just start talking about it. And 2, cool to hear. Who doesn't like Twisted Metal, right? Okay, so moving on from that, Battlefield Bad Company 2 How To. It's a quick video / article. You could read it if the video is not loading fast enough. It didn't load too fast for me, but it's a pretty long video too. You read the article or you watch the video. Either way, it's funny, it's informative, and if you don't know how to play Battlefield Bad Company 2 yet, you should, because it's going to be better than Modern Warfare 2, I can promise you. Now, after that, and finally, we've got Splinter Cell Conviction trailer. Again, interested in Splinter Cell, interested in anything Tom Clancy related, watch the trailer, check it out, definitely worth it. Okay, and finally, store updates. PlayStation Store update is up there in the description, and the Xbox Live Marketplace website is up there because the Xbox Live Marketplace does not have a regular update site, so I can't check out what's brand new about it. If you guys know anything, send me a link or comment wherever, doesn't matter. That is it, guys. I will talk to you next Thursday. That's it. See ya.